Hi everyone, it's Mindy here from Bacon Time with the Hungry Hungry Hypo, and it's one of those days that I'm still in my pajamas. Shh, don't tell anybody, so you're not going to see me in this video. You don't want to see that. Anyways, I'm going to show you how I made my scarf, and now I've already got my candy corn scarf done, but I would like a candy cane one for winter. So all I'm going to do is just start by tying a slip knot. I'm going to stick my crochet needle in there, tighten that up, and now we're just going to start by crocheting a single chain. And I'm going to try to do it pretty loose. And I'm going to make this chain as long as I would like my scarf to be wide. So around and through, around and through, around and through. And I'm going to keep going until I get at the width I would like. Okay, I've got the width that I would like, so now all I'm going to do is turn around. And I'm going to do that by wrapping this around first and then going through that first hole. And it's hard when you're first getting started. As you get your scarf going, it'll be easier. Now I'm going to pull it through once, and I'm going to wrap it again and pull it through all three. So again, same thing, wrap it around once, go into that second hole, wrap it, pull it through, and now wrap it and pull it through all three. Again, we're going to wrap it around first, go into the next hole, wrap it again, pull it through once, wrap it again, pull it through all three. And we're just going to keep on going till we get to the end. Wrap it around once, go through that next hole, wrap it again, pull it through, wrap it a second time, pull it through all three. I'm going to show you one more time. Wrap it around, go in through that first or next hole, pull it through once, wrap it around again, pull it through all three. And we're just going to keep repeating that pattern. And we made it to the end, so now I'm just going to wrap it around once and pull it through, and I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to start going back the other way. So now I'm just going to wrap it around once, go through that first hole there, pull it through once, wrap it again, and pull it through all three times. We're doing the same thing that we were doing. Again, wrap it around, go through that next hole, pull it through once, wrap it around again, pull it through all three. Oops. And if that happens, you can just put it back on your crochet needle. And we're going to go again. Wrap it around once, go into that third hole, pull it through, wrap it around a second time, pull it through all three. And as you can see, we're getting a little bit wider scarf there, so it's going to be easier to work with. And we're just going to keep doing the same thing, crocheting all the way down and then turning around and heading the other way. Okay, so I've made it down a second time. And now here's where you can either just wrap it around, pull it through and turn, or as I did with my other scarf, I decided to go in one more time, wrap it around and go through this right here, and we're going to do that same chain. We're going to pull it through once, wrap it again, pull it through all three, and by going in like that, it's going to, as you keep going on, it's going to give you more of like a scalloped looking edge to your scarf as opposed to just a really straight look. And you'll see that as we get going. But so I'm going to make it scalloped just like I did the other one. And now I'm going to chain one more time and turn around and head the other direction. So here we go. Wrap it around once, go through that first hole there, wrap it again, pull it through once, wrap it a second time, and pull it through all three. And repeat. Wrap it around, go through that second hole, pull it through, wrap it around again, pull it through all three. And we're going to keep on going. Wrap it around, go into that third hole, and I'm going through both of those two. I hope you can see. I'm not going through just one, I'm going through both of those holes, kind of the center. Wrap it around, pull it through once, wrap it again, pull it through all 3. And I'm just going to keep on going, and we are going to keep having a longer scarf. So now I just want you to see the end again, how we do that. We're going to wrap around like we've been doing, go into that last hole there, pull it through, wrap it around a second time, pull it through all 3. And now how we're getting this kind of slightly scalloped edge here is we're just going to go wrap around one more time and go in through that hole right there, pull it through once, wrap it again, pull it through all 3. Now we're going to do 1 chain, turn, so wrap it around, go through that last hole, pull it through, wrap it again, pull it through all 3, and you see we have this scalloped look. We're going to go through again. We're going to go through that hole right here, pull it through, wrap it one more time, pull it through all 3. Now we're going to 1, turn, and repeat. So we're going to wrap it around once, go through that last hole, pull it through once, wrap it again, pull it through all 3. And we've got this scalloped edge going. We're going to keep that same pattern, so we're going to wrap it around and go in again through the end there, pull it through once, wrap it again, pull it through all 3. And now we're going to do 1, turn, and start heading the other direction. So we're going to wrap it, go through the first hole, pull it through, wrap it again, pull it through all 3. Now, just like I did with my candy corn scarf, we're going to have different colors in this. So what I've done is just cut that end there and left our little loop. And I'm going to just tie this as close as I can because I want a nice straight line of white and then to have a nice straight line of red. So we're going to tie this. And tie it nice and tight so our scarf doesn't fall apart. We tie it twice. And now I'm going to just trim off the excess with my scissors. And now we have very easily connected our 2 different types of yarn. And now we're going to start chaining, but we're going to have a red stripe in there. So we're going to wrap it around once, go through, pull it through just like we've been doing, wrap it again, pull it through all 3, and so on. Wrap it around, go through that second hole, pull it through. There we go. Wrap it around, go through the third hole, pull it through once, wrap it again, pull it through all 3. Okay. Well, we're not done with our scarf, not even close, but we've got our white and now our start of our red stripes in there. And you can make the white and the red as wide, as you would like. I am probably going to make them that wide as I keep going, so we'll have that long of white, that long of red. That way I don't have to keep cutting and attaching my string, or my yarn, I'm sorry, as I go. I won't have to change off as often. But how we're going to do the end is just like I did with my candy corn scarf. I've got my little knot here from where we left from when we started, but I'm going to put like a little fringe. So all I'm going to do is through each of these holes on the bottom, I'm going to pull a piece of yarn through. And just going to pull it through, get it even, and knot it. And I'm just going to keep doing that. And that's how we're going to get our little fringe or our little tassels on the end of our scarf. And you can make it as thick or as long as you would like. So here we go. And this is really easy. You could even have your kids probably help you with that part. And then we can trim it if we'd like to make them all even. And usually I'll trim it after I'm done tying. That way I don't have to measure each strand that I put on there of yarn. I'll just approximate, and then at the end I'll just give it a nice little yarn cut or haircut to make it even. And that's it. That's how I made my scarf, and I'm going to finish this one hopefully by Christmas. Thanks for joining me.